Close the gates. Dear visitors, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to my humble factory. And who am I? Well...
All right.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever Confessions of a Reviewer attempt at doing a Skype interview. Doing it with Mr. Jason Parent, who you can see probably filling your screen, hopefully with me just at a little screen in the corner. Hello Jason.
Hello.
Jason, in case you don't know a terrible lot about him, he has a few books on the go at the minute, and this is where I show off a little bit, because his first novel is that one, What Hides Within. This was released a few years ago, was it, Jason?
Yes, July 2012.
And I do have to admit to one thing, I haven't got around to reading this as yet, but that's
what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's going to be fixed in the next week or so. Jason also has story in this little delightful book, Bad Apples, with Gregor Zane, the Light Brothers, Edward Lorne, which was followed up by this absolutely beautiful book, Dead Roses, which was out start of this year, was it?
Yeah, and Mike Tenebrae did the artwork on that.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful book. And then the one that we're going to be talking about mostly today is this, Seeing Evil, which is out on Tuesday of this week, or whenever you're watching this video, it's probably out today, hopefully. Jason, just for people that don't know you, can you tell us all a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I live in southeastern Massachusetts in the United States, so it's nice to get this little international interview going. I was a lawyer for most of my adult life. I now work for a corporation in contract negotiation, and I write every night and every lunch period that I get and every spare moment I can get, because that's my real dream, and being a lawyer is a pain in the ass.
Is it? I mean, the work that you do as a lawyer, is it like we would all sort of imagine it in courtrooms, that sort of thing, or?
It was for 8 years. I was a trial attorney, but now I do just contract negotiation for a major corporation.
Okay, so you're no longer like Judge Judy.
No, I never liked Judge Judy. Actually, Judge Joe Brown's more my kind of guy, but not saying I wouldn't go on a date with her if she asked me. But.
Right. Okay, you might find a few people have switched off already. Right, getting on to the book, Seeing Evil. When I read it, I was a little bit surprised with this one, because the stuff that I've read from you before, I was expecting sort of out and out horror, and this is more of a thriller. Have you a reason for going the thriller route rather than the horror route, or is it just as it came to you?
I write what I want to write, but I guess mostly because these characters, the main character is a 14-year-old boy. I tell him the story from his perspective. I want to get into the character. There's definitely horror there. There's especially with the female character, the female lead. But I wanted to hit their point of views correctly. It wasn't a cynical male lead that I usually take the point of view of. It was more of a 14-year-old, a more innocent character. So I didn't have as much of the snotty sarcasm that you'll see in What Hides Within or some of my other stories.
Yeah, I mean, there certainly is a paranormal aspect to it, and a more of a psychological horror than sort of people being chased down streets by monsters, although there is one character in this who is probably worse than some monsters I've read in books this year. Was there any specific inspiration for this story, or how did it come about?
Partly, the inspiration would be The Dead Zone. Stephen King, one of my favorite books growing up. When I read it, I was probably the same age as the main character in this book. So, I have to give credit to Mr. King on that one.
Okay. I mean, the paranormal, supernatural aspect of it, is that something that you're generally interested in, aside from your writing and that?
Yes. I'm probably the most cynical person you'll ever meet, so every fortune teller or psychic that I come across, I just naturally assume is a fraud. But if it were real, I find that fascinating. If somebody actually had that ability to maybe touch something and see where that object's been, or touch a person and tell what's going to become that person, I think that in a fictional sense is a fascinating thing. Whether I believe it actually exists out there, you'd have to put it right in front of my face for me to believe that, I think.
Would this be the wrong time to tell you that my wife's sitting in the next room, probably listening to this, and she is a clairvoyant?
Is she?
Yeah. So I haven't heard anything being thrown at the door or anything yet. So, yeah.
Has she read my future and tell me I'm about to fail miserably?
I'll ask her that. I'll let her watch this, see what she picks up, and then I'll let you know. If you don't hear from me again, you'll know it's gone. The one character in particular in this book, Tessa's father in it, is an absolute horrible, despicable person. How do you put yourself in a frame of mind to write that character and think like him? Because I can only imagine that when you've written the scenes for her father in this book, you must have felt very dirty after it.
Or I'm a horrible, despicable person.
There is that, yeah.
Actually, well, yes, there are a few scenes from his perspective, and some of the traits that he has, I'm not going to say I identify with, but I understand, at least from the kind of OCD perspective and the anal retentive perspective. But obviously he takes it to a more extreme level than anything that I dealt with on a personal standpoint. But I have, on the other hand, I can relate from a Tessa's perspective, or people dealing with characters like that, and it's more of what they see as that point of view, as the victim of an abusive person, and trying to, maybe vicariously through them understand what their abuser is thinking. Not like a white knight syndrome or anything like that, but the Stockholm syndrome, that's what I'm trying to think of. But from what would go through somebody's mind to make them do something like that. And I guess I have a very dark nature that I don't feel that uncomfortable trying to put myself in that mindset.
Well, I suppose you sort of have to write in the horror genre. You have to have a certain sort of side of you that can put yourself in that perspective. It's just, for the likes of me who doesn't write it, I can't imagine how you like I say, you put yourself in that position where you can write some scenes like that and just go and have a beer after it.
Everybody has a limit, You notice I probably wouldn't go into child sexual abuse or something like that. I don't know if I could be comfortable in writing something like that. But my limits are very low, I guess.
Yeah, I've read some of your earlier stuff. Yeah, so that's. And have you any plans to continue on with some of the characters who may or may not survive in this book?
Yes, Detective Samantha Riley is at the end of her career in this book, except for the initial scene. So if you read this book, she may or may not survive. But I do tend to go earlier in her career and show some of the things in between the first scene of this book and the rest of the book. And then you'll see something, I think, start to evolve where all the stories come together. It's not a series in that sense, because each story is a standalone. I don't like trilogies. I don't like series. I do like having links, though, where my fans could at least, see a throwback to an earlier story or a reference to something that they'll be like, oh shit, sorry, this isn't the 18 plus part yet.
Oh, you can get away with that bit, yeah.
All right. Anyway, I think you'll see her transgression, her growth as a character, and ultimately, perhaps I might end with a story called The Death of Samantha Riley. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, I hope you do. She's certainly she proved herself. I think the thing that I picked up from her in reading Seeing Evil is that she's very, very good at her job. Doesn't like red tape. She basically do whatever she needs to do to get the job done, and that makes her a very likable character, especially in some of the things that she does for Michael in Seeing Evil. I'm trying to talk about this without giving anything away in the story. That's very, very difficult. But she's a very likable character, as is Michael as well. But again, it's who survives at the end of this book as to whether they're going to appear in your next one. But right, we have a few questions from that have been sent in and sort of loosely connected with the book. I don't think there are too many people that have actually been like myself lucky enough to read it as yet, so I think people are going at it a little bit blind. But we do have one question that came in. I think what we'll do, I won't tell you who the questions have come from. I will give everybody a shout out at the end and that, but if you're going to be picking your favourite questions to send a free book away, I think if we do it like this and we don't tell you who they're from, then if somebody gets very annoyed that they don't get a free book, then they won't be coming after you for favouritism, that sort of thing. So the first question that came in was, I remember Detective Samantha Riley from your previous novel, What Hides Within. What was it about her character that led you to choose her as one of the main characters in Seeing Evil?
Well, first of all, she survived. Unlike most characters. Never hasn't read it yet, but...
Yeah, thanks for that. Well, obviously I know that now, but yeah.
Yeah, she survives. Well, she's kind of... And I hate to say this because of any woman that might be listening. She's kind of my ideal woman.
Okay.
She's strong. She's intelligent. She's got mercy where mercy is warranted, but tough as nails where she should be. And she's somebody that I think makes a great hero. So I don't mind making a little more out of her than some of my other characters.
I suppose if from a writer's point of view, and if you think a character works and if you get good feedback from a character, you're going to use them again.
Maybe. I don't. Like I said, I'm not big on series. I like to write what I want to write. So, and I like to kill people in my book. So, that's probably my favorite thing to write: people getting killed. So, she's gonna get it sooner or later. I'm guessing.
Okay. Right. Another one to do with the book. What do you think about the messages, i.e., the bigger picture, a novel must transmit to the reader, no matter what the genre is? And what's the most important message your readers will pick up from Seeing Evil?
Honestly, and I know this is not the popular answer, I think enjoying the book is the most important part. And if you get a message from it, that's great too. I obviously put some messages in Seeing Evil. Whether readers are going to pick up on them, I don't know. It's too early to tell. This one is a rare positive message from me. Okay. And I'm not going to say what that is, but I think it comes across pretty clear in the final few chapters.
Right, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, but I won't give anything away again. Another one. It is evident in your previous characters that you believe people are situationally heroic, but not as a general characteristic for them. Does this theme remain true in your latest work? And if so, why? If not, why not?
Wow, that's a good question. That came from one of the... is that one of yours or one of theirs?
No, that's one of theirs. That's one of... sorry,
the winner.
No, sorry, I got that wrong. That was one of mine. Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Because that pretty much hits my philosophies right on the head there. I don't see humanity as heroic, but they do rise to the occasion when the situation calls for it. Sometimes, some people have that in them. Let's see if I can answer that question well. I see people as, like I told you, I'm very cynical. Most people seem to be self-interested. Most people are villains in my view of the world, and those that can overcome their own self-interest and put others first, they're heroes. Whether they live or die doing it, they've done the right thing. Those are the people that I think shine, and they're the exception to the rule.
It is. I have to admit myself, when I'm reading a book, I do like the way you write characters, and they aren't heroes from the outset. They aren't. Your main character in this book, again, you say, is a 14-year-old boy. He's not a Jack Reacher. He's not a 6'6" cop that can take on the world. He's had quite a traumatic past himself, so really he should run away from things rather than running to them, and it is good to see the way he develops through the book. So I do much prefer your style of writing, where you don't know from the outset who's going to progress and who's going to become better in it, and you certainly did that very effectively in Seeing Evil.
People are human. You never know who's going to... I liked in, for example, I just read Jonathan Mayberry's Pine Deep trilogy. You had some characters that were so obviously good guys. Yeah. But then again, you had some characters like, I don't know if you've read it, but there's this character called Tow Truck Eddie, who was a religious fanatic. And you didn't know whether he was going to, fall on the side of evil or fall on the side of good. Because he was human, he had his beliefs, he was a little insane. But, you didn't know where he was going to lie on the good or bad side of the fence. And when you have that in a book, you have that elevates the suspense, it elevates the character, because you never know in life what people can do until they're actually faced with a specific situation. Somebody, a small, weak 14-year-old boy, may become a hero, he may become a villain. If you're a victim of abuse, you may become an abuser. If you're a victim of abuse, you may fight against the abusers. it's all situational, and it's all part of the human experience.
Yeah. I think, sorry, people, at this point I'm going to take a drink of water. As you can see, I've got a drink of water, and as you'll see very shortly, he hasn't got water, he's drinking beer.
Well, I'm preparing for Greg's questions.
I should point out we're recording this video at 7 o'clock in the morning, Jason's time, and he's already drinking beer. Anyway, right. And this is I toyed with the idea of putting this into the section that's going to come later on, but this wasn't as I should have put it X-rated as the other ones. But please share a youthful indiscretion from your own life that either parallels a character in Seeing Evil or is directly connected to your experience.
Oh. Well, as much as it's going to make me sound like a villain, I wasn't the bullied. I was the bully growing up. So, and I regret that. I live with a lot of guilt because of that. I have a friend that I bullied, and he's since forgiven me, and he says that I am actually probably the hardest person on myself because of it, and he's moved past it a long time. So, maybe someday you'll see some redemption for some bullies in my books, but usually the bullies get what they deserve. And maybe that's me giving it to myself.
Very honest of you. Very honest of you. There aren't a lot of people who would admit to that sort of thing. But okay, this is the last question that was sent in to us directly about Seeing Evil or connected to it. It's very short and to the point. When was the last time you saw evil?
Every day of my life. Oh my God. I look at people, even in my own employment, it's like people trying to cut each other's throat just to get ahead in the, one little step ahead of somebody. You want to talk about lawyers? I hate lawyers as much as most of the general public, believe me. But there are some good ones. Like I've done some good work as a lawyer, but then you look at most of the cases out there, and you're looking for a white hat, but on either side, it's somebody's trying to screw somebody out of money, and if you get sued or you're being sued, I'd say 90% of the time, somebody's screwing somebody. You just see it. And I don't want to be part of that. That's why I left that life behind. Right now, I'm just trying to get the best deal I can on contracts. It's all money between rich people, so who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not rich, but they are.
I mean, I take it you will, probably like all writers, you'll reach a point where you won't put that part of your life behind you and just concentrate on the writing and
I reached that 20 years ago.
I mean, do you think that's around the corner, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, never maybe?
Probably never. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of writers out there. It's kind of a cliquey business. I try to stay out of the politics of it. I write what I want to write, and that's probably not a good thing because I guess a writer should focus on like a certain niche. I should stick to horror, like you said, Seeing Evil's thriller. But that's what I want to write, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, I make my money somewhere else, so I don't have those commitments that some horror writers have. That they have to play the game, and because that's their income source. Mine is my day job. If I could get rid of it, day job, of course, I'd love to write on a beach and just lay there drinking like this, and writing whatever comes to my mind.
What What do your colleagues think of it?
What do my colleagues think
Of your writing and that, like, people you work with on a daily basis, do they read your stuff? Do they even know that you write?
Oh, like 3 people do out of a company of 200,000. Let's say. Those 3 people are very supportive, though, and I thank them quite a bit. I'm an introvert at work, so trying to get to know me is like trying to break down a brick wall with a finger. It's not gonna happen.
Is that part of the thing? Because I've often wondered this as well. You say you're an introvert. Is the writing a sort of a release for you?
Definitely. Writing is an escape. It's a place to live lives that I can't live because I'm stuck chained to a desk every day. And I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm not complaining. I do well. I live a good life. But who wouldn't want to travel the world, see different things? Can't do that. We gotta go through the grind.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the questions that we have on the seeing evil part of things. Now, we do have some questions on your general writing and general life, and then obviously we'll get to the juicy stuff a little bit later.
Yeah. Excited about that.
Yeah.
That was sarcasm in case it didn't come across well.
Okay. So the questions on the general side of things, these have all been sent in from your fans, your stalkers, whatever you want to call them.
Those, believe it or not.
yeah, I can imagine. The first one: how has living in New England influenced your writing? Has the area's culture or the ambience of the colonial locations seeped into your prose?
Definitely. But I got 3-4 novels set in southeastern Massachusetts. Obviously, only 2 of them are published at this time. But this is my home. This is what I know. Writing a setting here is it's an easy thing for me. I wrote a story, a novel that's hopefully going to come out in the next couple of years, hopefully, that takes place in Kansas. What do I know about Kansas? Absolutely nothing. So it took me a lot of calls to parole officers in Kansas, park and recreation people in Kansas. You know what, though? It was a lot of fun. My next story, in Bad Apples 2, actually, takes place in Mexico and Afghanistan. 2 places. Well, I've been to Mexico quite a bit, actually, but I've never been to Afghanistan. So, and I don't know the language, and I don't speak Spanish either, by the way. So, that one's going to be fun. I'm sure people will point out a mistake here or there if I can't get my research down, but I'm trying.
I suppose it's easier in respect to write books where you're from because you know locations and do you think for the likes of the ones that you wrote, the Mexico one and that, did you have to spend a lot of time researching like areas, names of streets, towns, that sort of thing?
Not so much the Mexican part because I've been there and I've seen that, but yeah, Afghanistan. And it's a military scene.
Okay.
I wasn't in the military, but I did have a friend that was there, and you'll get a huge thank you in the acknowledgments. Help me through the scenes. Yeah, you have to do your research. If you put out a story about Afghanistan and you're talking about people that some kind of religion or ethnicity or grouping that shouldn't be in that particular area, someone's going to call you out on it, and you're going to end up looking like a fool.
Yeah.
So, mark my words, I got it right.
Well, we'll take your word for that. Right. All authors have different approaches to writing that first draft of a novel. Do you generally write your initial draft in its entirety and then edit, or do you go back continuously and edit yourself as you go along?
I edit as I go, but I keep on going. I write handwrite on legal pads, my first draft, but it's pretty much, I mean, if you see my first draft, it's half the size of my second draft, which comes when I type it up. So it's more of an outline and kind of where I want to go with the story. It's got some key lines, some language I like, but it grows exponentially by that second draft.
Yeah.
But as I'm writing and I think of something, I go back even on the handwriting copy and I'll edit and I'll add in something that sounds good or something that I really like. And it's a pain in the ass. You gotta go flipping through papers to find where you wrote it, but I'll put a little star here and then write what I wanted to add on a new page and link them back. It's not the most efficient system, but it's the system that works for me, so that's what I do.
I was going to say, if handwriting something like that, efficiency isn't really the first word that springs to mind. I mean, if you have it on a laptop or a computer, you can. I'm scared to think what you're going to bring in now.
That's my first draft.
Right. Okay.
Yep, going through right here. Don't be reading this. I don't know if this is. What is this? Oh, that's a short story that's going to come out next summer, I think.
You do realise people are going to be pausing this to see that and to enlarge it to see if they can read it and find out what it's about.
But yeah, it's I write faster with hands than I do typing, so.
Right. Okay.
It's faster and efficient for me. And plus, it's necessary for me because when I do the typing and the story grows, it's a natural. It's like the perfect editing process for me. I go through that, I edit, and I'm adding, and it's growing, and it becomes a real story. At that point, what you just saw, that's an outline. It looks like a story because it's paragraphed and it's got dialogue and all that stuff, but it's really just an outline.
Yeah. Okay. And another one. If you could co-author a novel with any other author or authors, who would you pick and why?
Right now, I would say either Laird Barron or Jeff Strand. Jeff Strand because the guy is funny. He is an amazing author, and he knows how to do horror/humor perfect. I don't think there's anybody that does horror humor better than Jeff Strand.
Yeah.
Laird Barron, guy is intelligent. He writes a smart fantasy horror. And I'm kind of moving towards that, the fantasy horror in my reading taste. I'm loving what he's putting out. It's really smart stuff. It's abstract, and if you really get into it, but the story is concrete. You can read through it on a story plot wise level, it's solid. But you can also it makes you think. I like this stuff.
I'm just slowly getting to grips with Jeff Strand myself. I've read a few of his things now, and I have to say, the man is hilarious.
Exactly.
And
I don't know either of them. I have no ties to either of them. But if they want to call me up and say, "Hey, let's write a story," fuck yeah, let's do it.
We'll get this shirt on Facebook and Twitter for you. You never know what might happen. Right, next one. If you were stranded on a deserted island and could only take one author's collections of books with you, would it be your own?
Oh my God, no. I would hope I'm not that egotistical. Please. I would definitely be Stephen King, first of all. He's got plenty of novels to read to keep me busy on this island for a while, and they're all good. So, my own, I got 2 novels and 10 short stories. It's not going to last me very long, and I don't like reading myself over and over again.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever read yourself? To write something, put it away, pick it up a year later, and read it?
Well, when I'm going to use the character, yeah, you have to. You want to make sure you get your character consistent, and you don't mess anything up. If somebody had green eyes and then all of a sudden they got brown eyes, somebody's, like I said, somebody's going to call you on it.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Are there any topics that you would consider too taboo to write about?
Child molestation. I'd probably stay away from that. Animal cruelty is pretty tough for me too.
Yeah.
But no, I don't consider them too taboo. If the story warranted it, I would think I would do it tastefully. Certainly, I wouldn't glorify it.
Yeah.
But those are the tough subjects for me.
Okay. Which do you prefer, supernatural horror or can happen horror?
Well, if you believe in the supernatural, it can happen, right?
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot of creature features, so I guess it's supernatural. I like people getting killed by the thousands, so.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, we've still got another few just on your general writing and stuff here. When you started writing, who outside of your family was your biggest supporter?
I'd have to say my friend Alicia. She's been supporting me since the beginning. She's gonna probably hold this against me now that I said it, and I'll probably order sushi or something stupid. And I don't like the fact that I just admitted that. So Alicia, go to hell. No, Alicia's been great. She's been supporting me. She's a friend from day one, and then I got some new friends that have been supporting me since the release of White Lies Within, and I'd say that's Kimberly and Megan. They've been both great as well.
Yeah, excellent. Do you think the Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing helps with that? It certainly helps for us as readers to be able to get in touch with you guys and do the likes of this. Is it important for yourselves as well?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I do it, and I'm not a big fan of Twitter. I do like Facebook just because I'm comfortable with it. And I'm on there, and it does, I can talk to Edwin Long, Gregor Zane, all the Bad Apples crew, Evans Leia, Jonathan James, I think I'm friends with on Facebook, but, these people, I see their posts. Yeah, if they post a book that interests me, I'm going to buy that book. Yeah. So maybe it does help me as well. So.
Okay. Right. How many years transpired between the first time you attempted to write and actually completing something?
All right. Seriously write? Or are we talking about? I started writing in middle school.
I would say probably serious, right?
Well, my first novel that I wrote is in its editing process once again, and I mean this is like the 7th round of editing, and it's been 10 years. 10 years that I've been writing that, and it does have Miss Detective Samantha Riley in it as well. And as well as a lot of people that I know. So I probably would have to put a big disclaimer in front of that one if I had to publish it.
Why does it take so long? What sort of, I mean, do you hit like one sticking point, a few sticking points, or?
I learned as I went. I mean, where people have, the traditional education, I do have an English literature BA, but I don't have a creative writing education, except in the fact that I've gone through 3,000 editors, and I learned something new from each one. And, I didn't know about point of view when I first wrote my first story, that you can't head hop and stuff like that. You learn this as you go, and there's really nobody out there that hasn't made a few mistakes on their road to writing. And I like to say that everything I've written has gotten cleaner and better as I've gone along. And that's credit to my editors. And I think the editors at Rat, for example, where Seeing Evil's published, are absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't ask for better tuning than I had there.
Yeah, I've seen their name popping up on quite a few books. I think recently in that as well. They seem to have a popular team behind them.
Eddie Lawrence published through Rat some of his books. Stephen Kozlowski as well. But their editing team is, for example, what Hides Within, I published that. I went through a private editor. The guy lauded himself as Stephen King's first editor, actually. He did a great job, I'm not complaining, but Rat puts you through a content edit, line edit, 3 proofreads. You have to have this down before you get it out. And that's the type of treatment I want. I don't want to publish something that's not perfect before it goes out.
Well, certainly on my read through of Seeing Evil, I don't purposely look for flaws in books, but with reading it as a reviewer rather than just a standard reader, there's always something in me that's always looking for some little thing that stands out, and it was flawless.
I look for the flaws myself. I can't help it now. I feel bad because I read these great books story-wise, and then I'm looking for why am I seeing the point of view of a squirrel rather than the characters that this is not a mission point of view. It's the character that you started a chapter with, and then all of a sudden we're hearing the squirrel's thoughts. What happened there? I've actually seen that, the squirrel. So.
Oh, okay. Right. We're nearly at the end of your general sort of life and writing. We've got two left. I saved these ones to the end because they're well, this one's a little bit more out there, but if you had the opportunity to go somewhere in the time machine, where would you go?
I've actually never had that question even thought about before. Where would I go? I wouldn't go to the past. I'd go to the future.
Oh.
There's nothing in the past that interests me. Sorry, I'm not a history buff. I don't want to see people getting slaughtered in the name of religion or whatever. I'd rather go to the future and see what the world makes of itself and prove myself right that we're going to tear this world down.
Okay. Do you believe that?
Oh yeah. We're headed towards hell.
Yeah. I might agree with you.
That's the wife. I'm sure she agrees.
Yeah, I might agree with you on that one myself, but we'll save that conversation for another day. Okay, the last one on your sort of general thing. You've probably been asked this one before, but what would the title of your autobiography be, or the movie of your life, and who would you want to either be the narrator of your autobiography on an audiobook, or who would you like to play you in a movie?
I haven't been asked this before. My title of my autobiography. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Is that you talking to me, or is that the title?
That's the title.
That's the title. Okay.
Who would play me? See, I don't see myself as a hero, so who's good? Tom Middleton. Middleton is his name. The guy that plays Loki in the Avengers movies.
Oh,
I would like to play me. He seems like a cynical bastard. So.
Well, I was going to say it could hardly be Tom Cruise because he's like 4 foot, but then
Mark Strong maybe. I like Mark Strong. He's a good actor.
Yeah. Well,
any of those British evil guys.
We're all evil.
I've noticed, and I'm sure I'm about to find out what your next batch of.
Oh, you will. This is. I think this is a point. I'll let people know that your screen will probably go dark now, and a little warning might appear on your screen that the next section of this interview may not be for all ears. Certainly, if you're watching this and you have any kids in the vicinity, I would probably put them out of the room now.
Sounds promising.
Yeah. Right, so we are now in the 18 plus zone, whereby a lot of people sent in some questions that we couldn't ask on Facebook. We obviously couldn't ask when kids are about. Some of these questions have come from Facebook friends. Some of these questions have come from Jason, your close friends, as far as I can gather.
Are they close friends? Are they after this? I don't know.
Some of these questions have come from your family.
Are they family? I'm not so sure.
We'll figure out soon enough. I've sort of done this in an order whereby we'll go easy on you at the start.
Softball. Nice.
Yeah, and then it does get progressively worse. So
I appreciate the warning.
Okay, here's your first one. Do you need to go and get more beer first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit, balls up.
Right.
Family and friends that are normal people, maybe you should probably stop watching at this time.
Yeah. Right. While you're filling your glass, I'll go with number one.
Mom, stop watching. There you go.
Okay. Considering that you've become quite well known for collecting and eating rare gourmet dung from around the world, it must be hard to maintain that fresh, kissable breath you're famous for down at the shipyards. Please tell us, what's your secret?
You know, I didn't even understand your question other than I have breath at the shipyard part.
Yeah,
Am I sucking? Is my sucking things? Is that what I'm guessing here?
Basically, from what they're saying, you have a liking for eating animal shit. And it must be
animal shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better than sucking ween, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
and they're saying it must be very hard to keep your breath fresh, and when you're down in the shipyards, whatever you might be doing in the shipyards, I don't know.
I like the shipyards. I do venture there often. But I always bring my Mentos with me or my certs, and I have very fresh breath. I'm glad you were concerned. I brush my teeth after every meal of dung, and yeah. Shit, great.
Bet you've never been asked that question.
Like that.
You've never been asked that question before.
No, I have never been asked that question before. I hope never to be asked that question again. Thank you.
That was one of the mild ones. So here we go.
Oh,
yeah. If you had to choose, which of the following would you have removed from your face? Your eyes, your nose, all of your teeth, or your tongue?
The teeth. They're replaceable with dentures and caps. Easily. Come on, you can do better than that. Oh, that's that question.
Yeah. You know, until you answered it, I never actually thought of an answer to it. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
What you got?
You see, you're getting confident now, aren't you?
Oh no.
No, I wouldn't. What is the personality defect that causes you to drink yourself to sleep every night?
The small penis. Wait, that's not a personality defect.
No,
my insecurity about having a small penis. There you go.
Oh, you're never going to live this one down. You really are.
Nope, my publisher probably won't be happy either.
No, probably not. This is definitely going to go viral, this one. Okay, can you bench press your own weight?
Yes, actually I can. But I'm not telling you what my weight is, so...
I think that was probably the reason for that question, just to try and figure out what weight you
I didn't hear it. I answered your question, man.
Yeah.
Yes, I can bench press at least 200 plus pounds.
Okay. And this... I wasn't sure whether to ask you this one or not, but knowing the person that sent it in, if it didn't, he would only ridicule me for the rest of my life. Have you ever taken steroids that were not prescribed by a physician?
I've never taken steroids that were prescribed by a physician. So, no, I've never taken any steroids, but you got some that are good and you think they might work? Yeah, send them my way.
I think this person might be a little bit jealous of your physique for some reason.
They haven't seen my man boobs then, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me.
What does that remind you of?
I thought you were supposed to do this interview naked.
Well, I thought we were both supposed to do this interview.
No, that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen.
Who says I'm not naked from the waist up?
Yeah. Okay. I've now got a mental image that isn't very pretty.
Well, it's false, so you don't have to use your word.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm starting to laugh now because as I see the questions coming up on my list, I'm just starting to. It's a mixture of laughing and cringing at the same time. What is it about skin rashes that you find so sexually stimulating?
Well, when you lick them. What's wrong? What happened there, man? You gotta drink your water.
Yeah, no, I nearly choked.
It gives this little tingling sensation on your tongue. It's like, oh my God. I think I just had an orgasm. I'm not gonna lie, thinking about that.
I don't know if you...
I will beat your questions.
I don't know if you just heard that or not, but my wife's sitting in the next room and she says, well, that's gross.
Well, hi, Ned's wife. How are you?
Right.
You didn't see that answer coming, did you?
No. Right. This is more of a straightforward one, and I don't know whether this is true or not, but it's why do all the people in your neighbourhood hate you?
Oh, well, obviously because I'm white.
Ooh.
There's a lot of reverse racism over here. Oh wait, they're all white too. Yeah, I live in a white neighborhood. Oh, it's probably because I take shits on their lawn on a regular basis.
Does that go back to question number one? Is that?
I don't eat my own shit. That's just wrong. I eat animal shit. I mean, that's obvious.
You've just answered a question about licking rashes, and you're telling me I'm wrong for insinuating you might eat your own shit.
Well, come on, who eats their own shit?
I don't know. I'm sure.
Maybe you do that in the UK, but we don't shit in America. That's our own. We only eat, farm animal shit, maybe even giraffe shit, if you want to get a little exotic. And we don't eat our own shit.
Okay.
Clarify it.
Right. This is one I think your publishers or your if your boss from your day job's watching this, they might want to switch off as well.
I get fired. Well,
yeah.
If
you could give your boss any sexually transmitted disease, which would it be?
That's a good one. There are a lot of sexually transmitted diseases. I wouldn't go with like an HPV because that's child's play. Let me think about this. AIDS is a little bit much.
Yeah, I think they might be talking.
I think I want herpes, but in all three orifices.
Okay.
I thought this through. Yes, mouth, anal, vaginal herpes.
Okay.
You don't know what to say to that, huh?
No, I was actually just thinking that I haven't had my dinner yet, and I don't think I will be after this, to be honest with you. I think I'll pass.
Got a little something on your face there now.
Oh, you made me run.
A little cornflake or something. I don't know.
Oh, this is just getting worse. I think you're enjoying. I was supposed to be enjoying this more than you, but I think you're enjoying this more than me at the minute.
I'm a sick bastard. I said that at the beginning, didn't I?
Yeah. Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ignorant would you say you are about the events leading up to World War II?
Is there going to be a follow-up question to this?
No. Well,
Well then, obviously one. No, the events leading up to World War II, I'd say, I actually took a history course on this, so I'm about a 6.
about a 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing, you're talking about people in the UK eating their own shit. The only thing I would say about that, you were a little bit late.
Hey, whoa. I didn't say people eat their own shit. I'm saying maybe you eat your own shit because you're insinuating that I might eat my own shit. And I was highly offended by that insinuation.
Okay.
Now, I know some beautiful people in the UK. As far as I know, they don't eat their own shit.
Okay.
They fight. It's possible.
Okay. Do you, like most people on the planet, think you're dumb simply because you're an American?
Like most people on the planet aren't even American.
I will actually say that question did not come from someone in the UK. That question came from an American. Just in case you think it's people in the UK slagging off Americans. It's not. We all love you.
No, you don't. Don't try to lie. Just because Tony Blair sided with us a few times doesn't mean you guys love us. Alright, well anyway. No, I don't think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumber than most of the Japanese people.
Oh,
they're coming out with all these hentais and animes. That's pretty genius.
yeah, no, they wind me up no end. I don't like them, but anyway, I think you've
probably just got fired. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Next question.
I think, to be honest with you, both of us are probably going to be banned from everywhere in the world after this. But you've sort of answered this question a while back, but maybe not. Which part of your body are you most ashamed of?
Ashamed of? Are you trying to say that I'm ashamed of my penis?
I didn't ask the question.
Insinuation there. I'm feeling a little offended right now.
But you also mentioned your moves.
No, yeah, my moves. It's definitely the moves, actually. I can deal with a small penis.
Yeah.
I've come to grips.
or not, as the case may be.
Hey, one grip is still a grip.
2 fingers. Anyway, right. This one just made me feel sick when I read this one.
Oh, good. That sounds promising.
Yeah. If you were to steal another corpse from the morgue, yeah, would you mistreat it in the same way as the last one?
How did I mistreat the last one?
I don't know.
Look, just because I'm small doesn't mean it's easy to slide in when rigor mortis is set in. Okay? Like, there's some clenching going on. I can't have it. So no, because it just didn't work for me. I tried. I thought it'd be good. I had the KY jelly, and just didn't happen. Sorry. No, not my thing. Maybe I'll try an animal next time or something. But gotta have heart.
Just when my blog was starting to get popular, it's going to get closed down.
Well, if I did that, thank you very much. That's a claim to fame right there.
Yeah. Right.
Don't do it. Don't go to the next one.
Yeah, no, I'm going to. You have about, let me see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've only got 5 left.
You promised me nothing would be about my balloon knot.
No, but we are these ones are sort of put to the end. Well, not the next one, but the few after that are sort of put to the end because I think if I'd asked them at the start, people would have switched off possibly. But what secret facet of your personality would cause the people who are most intimate with you to fear you?
Probably the fact that I secretly want to kill them. And that's why I kill them in my stories. I'm not just killing you in my stories, I'm killing you in my head too. You're gonna die.
Oh, do you know, the thing that's making this so funny is you're really making me laugh, but my wife's sitting in the next room and she's killing herself laughing. She's just I can hear the giggles.
Joe, do you want to be in my story?
Oh, she's coming. She's coming.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
And you have to remember that this is going on the blog, this part, yeah.
Hello. What was that? What did you say?
Do you want to be in the story? Because I think basically he wants to kill you in the story.
That's okay.
Oh, she's okay with it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good woman you got there.
Yeah. Right. This is where we hit. To me, these are a little bit uncomfortable for me to ask. Yeah.
Those other ones about me having necrophilia wasn't uncomfortable.
No. We're sort of we're going over another line at the minute, but this one's a good one, and I can't wait to hear answer on this one.
Okay.
Have you ever faked an orgasm while masturbating?
I almost started to say yes, and I said I was masturbating. No. I might have got bored with it. But no, I don't think I would fake it.
Well,
I'm just not that attractive.
who would know, eh? Right. This is a good old fashioned. Well, I'm taking it. You know this in America. This is one that we would do over here. Do you know the old kill, marry, fuck scenario?
Yes, I do.
Right. This question's actually being asked twice, and this is the first time it's being asked. So your three selections this time would be Annie Wilkes from Misery,
Ugh.
Ethel Darling from American Horror Story.
Sorry, who?
Ethel Darling from American Horror Story. If you've never seen it, quickly Google a picture. It's not pretty.
I've seen it. Is it Kathy Bates again?
And your third option is Dolores Claiborne.
Oh, Kathy Bates. All right, I got you. Well, all right, we're getting rid of Misery. She's dead.
Right.
I like my ankles the way they are.
So
Lord, Claiborne.
I'll give you a clue. If you've never seen Ethel Darling, she's got a beard.
Yeah, I'm marrying her though. She's a sweetheart. I remember her. She cared about her son. I saw American Horror. Yeah, that's a freak show. I saw that.
Oh, right. So Dolores Claiborne, it's her lucky day then. She's getting a bit.
Yeah, she's gonna get it, but she's getting it in the backside. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not looking at that face.
No. Right. This
Great actress, though. Great actress. Nothing but respect to Kathy Bates.
if she's watching.
Defamation suit of Birdie.
Right. This second kill, marry, fuck one actually comes from me. This was the only question that I put into this section, and I'm telling you this one's from me, just in case you thought this was obviously the best question of the night, because I don't want the copy of your book because I've already got one. But
Right. I want two copies of my book.
No.
It's not Kathy Bates 3 times at least, right?
I've got a table that is a bit dodgy. I might need something to stick under one of the legs if you want to throw another one over. But your three options in this kill, marry, fuck are.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Gregor Zain,
Oh.
Edward Lorne,
Ooh.
and the
Don't
Light
hesitate.
and the Light brothers. I knew that would stump you.
All right, who do I want to put up with for the rest of my life? Well, I'm marrying the Light brothers, that's for sure.
Okay.
Oh, man. Nobody knows what Greg Azan looks like, so it's kind of like a crapshoot now.
Do you not even know what he looks like?
I do not. He's the goat head like everybody else.
So in other words, depending on which option you take with Gregor, you could be admitting to...
Bestiality, yes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna fuck that guy. I'm gonna fuck him hard and raw. And he's gonna like it. I don't care, because I know half these questions probably came in anyway. I'm gonna put it right in him. I'm gonna stick it in hard, and he's gonna, and no lube, it's going in. Ooh. And sorry, you're dead.
Okay, right. Unfortunately, we've come to the last question, not only of this section, but of the entire interview. I'm sad to say, because this is the first time I've ever done that, and I have to say I'll try to do this with other people as well, because this has been a blast. I've really enjoyed this tonight. But your last question of the evening is, I've got to the point I actually can't.
Can we stop now? Can we call it quits?
Yeah, I can't. I'm struggling to ask this question, but
One second.
if you were on a visit to a zoo and you saw a panda,
This is going good.
yeah. If you were on a visit, if you were on a visit to a zoo and you saw a panda with a hard on, would you be tempted to blow it?
I have to answer this honestly, right?
Yes.
How big is this hard on? I mean,
I don't know.
probably like a forearm. If it's impressive enough, yeah, I'd be tempted. I'd go after that. I'd look the tip at least.
Right.
That's for you. That's for you, man.
That's
Enjoy.
right. That wasn't the answer I was expecting, to be honest with you, but there you
It's
go.
just a tip, Lick. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Jason, like I
They
said,
don't have those like red rockets like dogs do, right? I think it's normal penis. So, yeah, I've never seen a panda dick. I'm
No.
gonna look it up after this, though.
No,
It's not a BBC, is it?
You do realise that probably when this interview gets posted, Google's going to crash with the amount of people searching for images of pandas' penises.
I'm gonna be searching it in about 3 seconds, I think. I wanna know what I'm licking. Probably has a rash type feel to it, I'm thinking. My tongue likes rashes.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely cancelled dinner tonight. I'm not gonna have anything. And I actually did have cornflakes for my breakfast this morning. So if there was a little bit stuck, that's what it was. It genuinely was a cornflake.
Like your country has any good food anyway, come on. You put vinegar on it to make it better.
I like vinegar. Vinegar's good on chips, or no, fries as you call them, because
Yeah. That's not fish, whatever you guys call that. It's not fish and chips. It's a fried piece of rubber or something. I don't know. But you guys don't eat food. And then the Scottish next to you, haggis. What is that? Bangers and mash for the Irish. What are you guys eating?
Yeah, that's. I was brought up on potatoes.
And you're getting all mad at me for licking a little panda.
Jason, it's been an absolute pleasure doing this.
I would say it's been something.
Yeah. I can only wish you all the best for the future. And after having read and Seeing Evil, I know it's going to do very well for you, and I hope it skyrockets for you. I really do. I've come to know you a bit over this past year or so, and you are a real genuine down to earth bloke, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. with the time difference and that, obviously it's been awkward for us, and the fact that there's 3,000 odd miles between us, but it's been fun, and thank you, and I just can't wait to see more of your books coming out, and hopefully more of them on my shelf.
Well, I'm happy to send them your way, and I'm honored that you would even consider me for this, even though you probably humiliated me for the rest of my life.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But at least I got you shut down.
Okay, the one thing that we forgot to do was obviously for Jason to pick a winner to receive a copy of this wonderful book. If you haven't read, well, obviously you haven't read it because it hasn't come out yet, but I envy you for having the opportunity to read it again. I very rarely actually read books for a second time, but that one I think will go on the second read shelf. But so, Jason, over to you. Which question would you like to give the accolade as being the best question of the interview?
Well, I'm going to award two winners here, because I'm going to award one for the best normal question, which was the, and I forgive me if I don't remember it correctly, but it's the one that they asked me about the situational hero.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go for that actually, because I quite liked that question myself when I saw it. It was that it was evident that your previous characters that you believe people are situationally heroic, but not as a general characteristic. That came in from Diana LeBlanc. Now,
I know D.
yeah, so that
question, D.
That came from Diana, okay. And the other one, the not so normal question.
I'm gonna go with the Kathy Bates. I thought that was pretty creative, actually.
Right. That one.
Don't tell me it's him. Just don't tell me it's him.
Who is him?
Gregor.
No.
Nice.
No.
That's right, Gregor. You got raped in the butt in this interview, and you didn't even win.
and this is exactly why as well that it was a good idea not to tell you who sent the questions in, because that question comes from a man by the name of Kenneth Parent.
It's not that creative. Alright, well, we'll strike that then.
Well, you're not going to give your own brother a copy of your book?
No, he's actually a buying customer. No, I guess, well, I don't feel right just awarding him, so I guess I gotta give 3 now.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, it's
And
another dodgy one.
congratulations for an actually witty question, and I hate the fact that I have to admit that. Now I just gave props to Alicia and Ken, 2 people that will never let me live it down.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken, for ruining my life. All right, so another question.
Please. Now, bearing in mind that if you're picking a dodgy one, I'm sure you probably wouldn't be surprised to know that the majority of the dodgy ones
Oh, great.
are Gregor, yeah. So,
why don't I just give him a book now?
yeah, unless you can possibly, I'm flicking through my list here to see what your options are as to what your odds are on picking a question that wasn't from Gregor. Believe it or believe it not, out of all of those other dodgy questions that you were asked, there was only one of them that wasn't from Gregor. So, out of all of those other questions, you need to be very careful with your answer, or you're just going to have to give him a book.
I'll just give him a book. Gregor, you got a book. And thanks for. Gregor's a great writer. He writes some bizarro stuff out there, and I love his work. So I'm happy to share my work with him.
There we go. Again, I said it before, Jason, but absolute pleasure for doing this, and thank you so much. One thing that I will do just before I close this down, so that I can put this out there as well, I'll just list off the people that did send the questions into us. Well, obviously we've got Gregor, we've got your brother Kenneth, we've got Scarlett. You know Scarlett?
Scarlett is a wonderful blogger out in Scotland. Yes, she actually helped me with. I wrote a story in Scotland, and she proofread it for me, because I didn't know to call people wee bits of things and stuff. But she got the dialect down for me, and I appreciate her contributions.
Can you guess what question she might have asked you?
Was there a we in any of the questions?
No, but there were two. There was one in the normal section, and the other one was in the dodgy section, and that was the only other question that you could have come up with, other than one of Gregor's.
Oh, I would like to know what her dodgy question is.
No?
I would very much like to know.
Oh, you'd like to know?
No guess.
Hers was the faked orgasm question.
That was pretty good. That might have been the one I would have picked otherwise. All right, Charlie, you got 3 votes.
Right, okay. So, and then we've obviously got your brother Kenneth, and my beautiful wife Jo. On the normal section, we had questions sent in from Kay Devereaux, who's big on Goodreads and both Facebook as well. We had a question sent in by your friend Megan as well. We had a couple from Deanna. Andrew Shotbolt. I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure you know Andrew. He's another UK man that'll be highly offended at you saying that UK people eat their own shit.
Well, hey, you know,
Mr. Tremblay.
UK food, I'm guessing.
Mr.
That's worse, actually. Not only do you eat bad food going in, but then when you re-eat it after it's been out, oh my God, that's just terrible.
We also had a question in from Mr. and the one and only legend, Mr. Tony Tremblay. Scott Leadham sent a couple in as well. Edward Lorne, Evans Light, Alicia, and we had one more. Yes, we had another one in from Elsie.
Wait a minute. Edward Lorne and Elsie ask normal questions?
Yes, believe it or not. Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to kill you anymore, Mr. Lorne. I'm just going to maim you a bit. Elsie, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, Elsie's question actually, well, no, you did, you giggled a bit at it. Elsie was responsible for the insinuating that you were conceited enough to take your own books with you to Desert Island. Yeah.
Your daughter's not having a birthday party this year.
Right, okay. This is. I think we gotta finish this before anybody else gets hurt or mentally scarred from this. So, once again, Jason, thanks so much for doing this. It was an absolute blast.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm sad to say it's time to go, but until we meet again along the road, remember this on your journey home. When you hear the thunder roar, you're not alone. We wish you well. We wish you well.